Hey, everybody, happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining me and Joy tonight. We really appreciate it. As always, please let us know where you're from in the comments. We love to know where you guys are watching us from. We want to know how your week went. If you had any problems, any emergencies, any more questions from last week, that's what Joy and I are here for, to help you guys get all your questions and needs answered. Um, Please like and follow our Facebook page. Our goal is 70,000 by the end of the year, and we're already over 60. So you guys are fantastic. I'm so excited. Keep up the good work. Like and share. Sharing is good. That'll really help us get to our goal too. Our time has changed, as you can see. We will now be doing 6 o'clock shows because Joy and I are needed out in our main area. We are so busy right now that
it's an understatement.
It's crazy busy. We just had how many bunnies come in last minute?
Last minute, 9.
9. So that's why we're a little late getting everything started, is we were trying to set up 9 new bunnies in our shelter. Yay! Yeah. So it's never ending. No. Never ending. The other thing I want to remind you is at the top of our Facebook page, it'll say like home, about, and then there's a guide. If you click on that guide, it has a whole bunch of little information that we've posted that you can find in one spot. If you find a wild bunny, it has what to do and your contact information there. It has to become a member or rejoin. Just has a lot of good information there. So make sure you check out our guide. And on our main Facebook page on the bottom left, you'll see a little paragraph that says series. So if you miss our live show, you can click on that and it'll take you to all the shows that Joy and I have done so far, including the one today. So don't worry if you miss it. You can always catch it on the series button down there. I think that's all I have, Joy.
Okay. Well, tonight we're actually going to spend some time looking at some of the bunnies that we have for adoption. So if you're in anywhere, Missouri, Southern Illinois, and thinking about getting a bunny, we're going to go through just a few of the ones that we have and some of their background. So one of the things that, like this particular little pair here, actually, they were talking about them in the last segment. It's a little bonded brother and sister. And these are pure mini Rexes. I mean, they're just as, that's why Bobbie and I can't stop. They're so soft. I know,
on top of that, they're so sweet.
They are. They're very, very sweet bunnies.
Oh my gosh.
And
they're just a
little, tired of being on this table.
They've been on here for a little while.
For a little bit. But literally these two, along with their 4 siblings and 2 other bunnies, were left in a box behind an apartment building next to the dumpster for the trash people to pick up. And do you know what happens when the trash goes in the dumpster? Okay. And this is what you would be doing to a live animal. Now, it's the cruelty is just unimaginable. Okay.
There's some place for every animal to go.
Yes.
Take them to a shelter, even animal control. Even though I'm not happy about that, at least they're not going to be cruelly killed outside.
Yeah. So this is, just a bad situation, for any of them. But do not, leave them next to a dumpster or turn them loose.
And what happened if a kid come out? Kids
being
cruel, tormenting them, a dog
finding them, or a wild animal finding them. These guys were only this big, in that box.
Makes me
all just abandoned, and then they were put in with 2 adult rabbits that were not the parents. So, it's amazing the babies weren't harmed just by these strange bunnies, because
which is a miracle, honestly.
Yes. I think they were just all too scared to do anything.
That has to be it.
Because we've seen situations where somebody unknowingly, put 2 bunnies together, and we had one that came in. It was somebody left it behind, sitting out in a box in the rain, just torn apart because they put it into a pen with their other bunny, and their other bunny's going, this is my space, get out of here. Baby can't get away. And of course, baby didn't make it. I mean, between pneumonia from sitting out in the rain and the cold and all the wounds, septicemia set in. It's, but it's like, no.
And I don't know what it is about people putting them by trash dumpsters.
Yes, we've seen it so many times.
So many. And at least these are the lucky ones that didn't end up in the dumpster. We've had them where they have been in their cages thrown in the dumpster.
Into the dumpster, right. Yeah. Or, thrown out, well, we picked up two that were left in their cage next to a river.
We had a call from the Florissant Police Department. They had a duffel bag on the side of the road, so they stopped to check it out, opened it up, and here is this little bunny inside of it.
Yes, inside the duffel bag.
Zipped up on the side of the road.
Right. No chance.
Who does this?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fortunately, the police officers were compassionate and brought the bunny to us.
Yes.
So, it's just a matter of, all of these things that go on.
I would like to say real quick is Mindy said, hi, Joy from Washington, D.C.
Hi. Yeah.
We have Karen from Fluorescent. We have Vicky from St. Peter's. Lorena's in Arnold. We have Angie from St. Charles. And we have one from Germany. Woo!
Thank you.
Hi from Germany. Yes.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
It's very exciting, that the information is getting out there, especially if we can provide any information that, that people need. Sometimes it's just a matter of other bunny people liking to know what's happening out in the bunny world and that there are people, helping them. So, and if they can pass that information on, that's a major help.
Yeah, because that's kind of what we want to do with the other rescues. We'd love to work together. We all have the same goals, so if we can help each other with information like this.
So even though we are going to be talking about bunnies that are here, once of course, not all of you are in our viewing area.
Oh,
he's just stretched out. Yes.
Okay, these are up for adoption.
Right.
If you're looking for to adopt, I suggest you come and check these two out. This one just laid on its side, all comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
These are very good bunnies.
Yeah, they're very,
This
very
one
sweet.
is just, I've been here long enough. I need to go to use the bathroom.
Probably.
So we'll have Michael take them so he can take him to the bathroom.
Okay, let's put this one up. This is
I'll switch.
okay.
Anyway,
All right.
if you're looking to adopt and want to come check out these two little guys, let us know. You won't be sorry.
All right.
Okay, we're going
Good.
to put these two up.
And we like to put them in butt first. I like the open top carriers.
They're the
It's
best.
so much easier to get them in
Who
and
do we have
out.
here? Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Look
All
at
right.
that baby.
All right.
Oh, she's so cute.
This is Sophia, and the little Sophia. Actually, Sophia is really is what her how we
Sophia?
pronounce it. Yes, it's a little bit different spelling. And she had come into us, already had been, one of the turn loose type bunnies that we caught. And she had gone out for adoption. And we do spend a significant amount of time during our orientation on rabbit care and behavior talking about families, okay? We do have a lot of family adoptions. We love families, but the parents have to be the responsible caregivers. They have to want and love this bunny for the next 10, 12 years. Because we guarantee you the children will get tired of them. And that's exactly what happened. Even after going through this whole orientation and hearing that the kids are going to get tired of them, what happens? Oh no, they adopt, oh, you got the 3 kids. And what happens? Kids get tired of them. Parents don't want them. Okay, it was just for the kids. And back she comes. So after being gone for 2 years, and now the kids are tired of it, now she's back. Now we do always take our bunnies back because we don't want anything happening to them. Right. But the point is, we want people to seriously think about this is a next 10 to 12 year commitment.
And I just want to share, Joy, that my daughter Stephanie had 2 bunnies. She went off to college, and those bunnies became my bunnies until she was able to come back. and care for them herself. And I knew that when she wanted to take them.
Right.
But the other thing I want to share is, and this makes me really sad, and I'm an emotional person when it comes to sad things like this, but you know, you guys have to figure when these bunnies, like their first year, how many different places they get dumped and homes they go to, and they get traumatized each time they're dumped. So this bunny came into us, so God knows what happened to it before that. Then she finally got a wonderful home for 2 years, thought that was her forever home. Now she's back.
Because she's not wanted.
So here's the thing, it damages them.
They know.
You
They
know,
really do
it's
understand that they
like
have been rejected,
a foster child that is getting, you know,
passed around.
from home to home to home. They feel broken and they don't know, you know, where's their home and who's going to love them. And this is no different. So that's why I really want to stress, please make sure when you adopt an animal, you plan on keeping it forever. And I know there's little things, you know, sickness, illness, people passing, you know, that's understandable. But when you come in here knowing that you're getting this as a family pet and then dump it 2 years later, the damage that this poor bunny mentally has to go through is terrible. And the person that did it doesn't have to watch the poor bunny depressed and sad and all the stuff that goes with it. We're the ones that have to try to show her love and that she is wanted and try to find her another loving home. So that's why we really preach it. We don't mean to be mean. We don't mean to be rude. We do it because we want to make sure that the bunny is happy and it's not going to get returned. And it's just upsetting. So make sure if you are going to adopt and you're going to any animal, honestly, make sure it's an animal you're going to keep forever. Well, forever, you know what I mean. But yeah, this poor little girl, she's sad, she's depressed, and we're working on her learning to trust people again, and it does take time.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, it is necessary to, you know, to go to a shelter. One bunny that we had come into us that did go through a really, really severe depression was because he'd had an elderly owner, and the person had to go into a nursing home. Bunny came into us, you know, so we were very happy to take him. But that bunny had been very, very attached to his owner.
Yep.
And was so depressed, we weren't sure we were going to be able to save him.
I know.
I mean, he didn't want to eat. He wanted, I mean, just had shut down. And, you know, nothing was wrong with him physically, but we were able to, you know, find one of actually was one of our volunteers
Yep.
who was so taken with him that they took him in and just showered him with love and attention, and he pulled out. They had that bunny for another 10 years after that. Yes, you know. So that was great, you know, it's on that part. Okay, so this is Claude that I've got right here, okay? Claude is a baby, okay? Yeah. And that's because Claude is half Flemish giant, so he's going to be growing a little bit yet. So the dad was part lion head, because you can see some of this lion head fur, but he was probably about a 7-pound bunny himself, so it wasn't full, you know, lion head. And then, of course, you know, paired with a Flemish mom. So, you know, and this was a case where, again, people get over their heads, and, you know, so someone had gone out to get a couple of bunnies for the children, and doesn't understand necessarily about the birds and the bees, and the kids let the bunnies play together, and yeah, right. And of course, then they don't want all of those bunnies, you know. So it's, you know, it's another responsible part of being a pet parent is having them spayed and neutered.
And we get this all the time because a lot of people will go to
Pet stores are,
Rural King,
Yes.
or what's that other one?
well, there's
Buckeyes,
yes, Orslins,
Tractor Supply
Right.
places, and they have the buckets of bunnies, and they'll get them from there. Well, let me tell you, for one, we've been to these places trying to plead with them not to just sell them like that. At least spay and neuter them to help our
no.
cause.
That's not
Not
gonna happen.
happening. They're just
too
there
expensive.
because it's
It's a profit-making item.
correct.
It's cute.
So many times we get the phone call to where they've gotten 2 bunnies. They were told they were 2 girls. Well, there was a girl and a boy. And 10, 12 bunnies later, what do we do? So that's one of the reasons why I always say, I know it's sad, but the only way that we can stop them from selling bunnies that way is not to buy them. And if you buy them from a shelter, they're spay and neutered.
No, adopt them. At least it's
Or,
adopted.
yes.
Because you
Adopting, sorry.
just purchase, because any of the places that are selling, as I said,
It's a
you walk in
purchase.
with the money and go out with the money. It is just a purchase, and there's
When
no
you-
concern about the
That's right.
well-being of that animal.
And when you adopt from a shelter like us, you know what you're getting. We match you with the bunny. They're spay and neutered. Because I don't know if you guys have checked lately, but I think spay and neuters are up to 350?
400,
Yeah.
okay? And
That's-
neuters run around 350. Now, I always want to tell people, because a lot of places, because of these, low-cost spay neuter clinics out there, I absolutely abhor the fact that they call a spay, okay? It is an ovohysterectomy. It is full-fledged, deep surgery, removing the uterus, fallopian tubes, and the ovaries, okay? So think about
It
that,
hurts.
ladies, okay? This is not a snip, okay? Type of situation. And if you were having that surgery done, it would probably run around $12,000, okay? So when, and I tell people just very frankly, if I were having my dog or cat done, I would spend the $400, $500 to have them done correctly versus, in order to make it low cost, they have to cut corners,
And they give
and
you-
they're trying, and it's just not, it's needed
not-
out there because of,
Well, and it's really harder with bunnies.
With the bunnies, they can't go.
They can't tolerate
No.
pain. Mine that I have cannot tolerate pain whatsoever.
no, they'll die. I mean, they can simply.
And we've
go
had
like
that too.
So, but you were talking about, our shelter, like I said, again, we know a lot of you are not in our area. So, but there are a lot of shelters. So, I mean, you can go out on Pet Finder and put, within the next, 50-mile radius, where's, a bunny at a shelter.
Or go to our guide,
Yeah.
and on our guide, I have a list of every state and every rescue that adopts bunnies
There we
out
go.
in that state, spay and neutered, just like us.
Yep.
You can't beat it. I got all the information right there. So if you can't adopt from us, go to the
Please.
guide and go to that list and help one of those other rescues out by adopting.
There's so many, that are out there. We've got HRS chapters across the country, some international, and then there are, various, allies and satellite groups that are, that all get, independent rescue. So yes, you can go on rabbit.org as well and find any of the, rabbit rescue groups that are associated with us. But if you're going to a shelter or a rescue, you're saving, you're saving a bunny's life.
And for everyone that's adopted out, it gives us room to save that many more.
Yes, please, because they just keep coming in, unfortunately.
We're drowning right now.
Yeah. Post-Easter, we've taken in 10 loose ones just since Easter that our rescue volunteers had to go out and catch because somebody turned them loose after Easter. Okay, kids are already tired of you. Here, little bunny, go free. And it's like, no, it simply cannot happen.
And one was dumped already on Easter Day, which was the saddest story, and I don't want to say it because I'll start crying again. But it was one of our segments that I told the story about someone abandoned a paralyzed bunny on Easter Day up in the Chicago area. So stinking sad. So yes, everyone is drowning, I'm sure, with Easter dumps right now. Our shelter in particular, we have over 150 rabbits right now that are looking for homes. And that's solely because of the bunny dumps. And honestly, we can't even keep up with them. We have so many people calling us to relinquish their bunny or dumped bunnies that we can't keep up with them.
Right, okay. This is Starlet.
This is so cute.
Right, she is. She's a little lionhead too, and she's a beautiful little girl, okay? And the, right, And this is one of those COVID cases where single mom, out of work, trying to take care of 3 children, didn't even have enough gas for her car, and simply could not keep the bunny. But she wanted to make sure that nothing happened to the bunny. You know, so there's a lot of, reasons out there why, shelters are needed. Very legitimate reasons for them to come into a shelter as well.
And that's just a sad situation all around.
So, so there are people who do care as well.
Mm-hmm.
So she would make a very nice little girl, little bunny, for a family. So
Look at those eyes,
she's already
guys.
been with 3 children. So yes, so she's.
And
a
I
really
encourage
sweet girl.
you to, if you're looking to adopt, 9 out of 10, we have what you're looking for. We have
Lovely.
so many different breeds here, so many different personalities, so many different bunnies. I encourage you to come and check us out. You're going to find the bunny of your dreams at our shelter. You are going to find it. I promise you. And of course, we have some shy bunnies that need a little bit of work, but gosh, the stuff they've been through.
All right, this is Pearl, okay, and Pearl's a mini lab.
Look at the
And
ears.
yes, and she's a very, very sweet girl. And she came into us because, again, this was a very legitimate, issue. Elderly lady had her 87 daughter's trying to take care of mom now who's failing health.
Mm-hmm.
And, please take the bunnies because I can't take care of mom and the animals at the same time. So,
And that's what we do. Those are the situations that we always help. That's so sad.
it is.
Look at that little face.
There's Pearl. And like I said, she's a very, very sweet girl.
You guys have to come in and meet some of these adoptable bunnies.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at this
If
little
you're in our
girl.
area, please do.
Or if you know
Yeah.
someone that's looking to adopt, send them our way. We are always welcoming everyone to come check out our bunnies.
Let's see. All right. And this. Oh my
We have a whole slew of them over here that are waiting to show you that they're wanting to be adopted.
Yes, I know. This little guy is a
Let's
little bit
see.
timid
Can
yet,
we
but he's such a
visit
good
your
boy.
sanctuary yet?
Right. This is Doogie. And Doogie was also somebody turned Doogie loose. Yeah. And just because, again, this was a post Easter, it was one of our 10. Okay. So
We have one that says, can people come and visit yet?
okay, that
Deborah.
is tough, yeah.
Yeah, so Deborah, because of COVID, we have a lot of restrictions that we have to follow because we have to keep everybody safe. We have a lot of volunteers here. We have to keep them safe, and we have to keep the people coming, into the shelter safe. So right now, if you're looking to adopt a bunny or bond a bunny, we do appointments, which we do appointments for everything. Nail trims, grooming. If you're coming in for supplies, we only let so many people come in and buy their supplies.
At a time.
Yes, at a
So
time.
it's like
There
one at a
might be,
time.
some people sitting out in their cars waiting for a little crowd to go out. So it depends. If you're coming to visit the shelter, you would need to email Joy, and she
Set up an appointment, right?
Yeah.
And you can reach me at joy@morabbit, which is our website, morabbit.org. So it's just joy@morabbit.org. Okay?
Yep.
From Missouri Rabbit. And this is Wellington.
Is Doogie a boy? He's
Doogie,
cute.
yes, Doogie is a boy. Yes. Okay. Now, Wellington here, okay, this is another left in the box story. So there were 4 Dutch mixed babies left in a box, and and they were actually taken to, somebody found them in their driveway. Sigh, and they're like, what am I doing with this? Well, he looks at them, and of course they're little babies, and
They
he
do
thinks,
look a little wild.
well, that's just it. He took the box to the wildlife rehab place.
Yeah.
And of course, the wildlife people know this isn't a wild bunny. But this is a very confusing issue for a lot of people because he does have the wild bunny coloring. This is a brown agouti color, and it means, with agouti simply means that the coloring of the hair, the shaft, has black in it, mixed with the color. And so it gives that variegated, coloration there, but which just helps the wild bunny. So this is the original, wild bunny color. The thing is, now you can see here, let me get him kind of like right here. If I was looking at a wild bunny, it would be much, much narrower. You see his body here, from behind his head? Okay, right. Now with a cottontail, you would not see anything. It would be literally that thin and half this size, even if it's an adult. The ears are smaller. They're
good.
really thin. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like you can see the circle at the tip. It's so thin.
Yes, it really,
the circle
they're
of their
very
ear.
thin ears. And a cottontail's front foot, this is looking, here you can see where the Dutch comes in here with this, but this little foot here, a cottontail foot would actually fit inside a dime.
Mm-hmm.
That's how small those front feet are. Of course, they don't have big old tummies like this. Yeah. And I mean, literally a front foot is as narrow as your little finger. Even the back feet are like
that's
really
how they
super
can
narrow.
fit through those little holes in your fence.
Right, I mean, chain link fence, and they get zoom.
Yeah.
So, take a look at that foot, okay? Simply not happening, as far as that part's concerned.
I love this bunny too. Like I said,
so sweet.
He's so sweet. And when he came in, he was so tiny, and he would just come up to the cage and lick my fingers and just melted.
I mean, he's just one of these babies that are just like, okay, hold me, take care of me.
Again, if you're looking to adopt, come and visit him.
Well, and visiting, like we were talking about, we do have an adoption protocol. Mm-hmm. People, will send in an outline giving information about themselves, why they want a bunny, and if they have any other pets, if there are children in the home. So we have a little bit of background on them. Mm-hmm. But before they are allowed to actually look at bunnies for adoption, they are required to attend our class on rabbit care and behavior. And it is about 2.5 hours. And there's a reason for that. We have, how many out there?
We have over 150.
Yes.
And we do this so you are 100% sure that you want to adopt a bunny and a bunny is right for you.
And you're prepared.
And yes, you're prepared for what you're getting. And you learn so much, but you may think you know what to do, but we want to make sure you really know what to do, and you know how to set them up and what to feed and what to use and
right. And I have to say,
all the different stuff.
In 24 years, I have never had a single person tell me that they didn't learn something in the class. Even that person who said, I've had bunnies for 28 years. I don't need this class. And then he finished with the class. He said, I didn't know half of what you told me. So.
And what was I going to say now? I lost my train of thought.
Well, about the people learning stuff, in the class. And we constantly learn. We learn.
I learn something new all the time with all the new information that's out there and it's just so much has changed. A lot of people, we used to keep the bunnies outside in a hutch, and then we learned they're not outside hutch animals. They're inside animals. And we're just learning so much more about them. And that's why Joy and I learn something new every day. It's great. But we recommend the class. And we require it because also we don't want to return like our other bunny. That makes me sad. I want you to make sure you want the bunny. Oh, you guys are going to love these two bunnies. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, he might come on his own. Oh, you guys are going to love it. Scoot out to me. Oh,
no. All right.
Scary.
Now that's why I've got the top opening too.
Scary. It's like, why are you putting me on camera? I'm camera shy.
It's scary out there. Okay. All right.
This is another beautiful
deep brown.
Ooh, look at
almost
that.
A black.
Gosh, this looks black.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well,
Sorry. Camera
Okay.
shy, camera shy.
Who came in with this little guy? Okay, maybe we'll put these back here together. or
Okay,
hold
this
them.
one just
Okay.
doesn't want to
Says, nope, I'm not going to sit
be
on that tall.
seen
Okay.
on.
And this is a little Lionhead Holland Lot mix.
Oh, you
These
guys.
are both boys, okay? They are best buddies, and they're not even attached yet, and they don't fight, okay?
That's a miracle.
Right, so we've got them scheduled to be fixed. But this is a case of where somebody had them in an apartment, moved, and just left them behind. Yes, I have a video, maybe we'll post it on here, of how thirsty they were when they were finally found. They didn't stop drinking for anything. And I mean, it's just, I mean, again, this is cruel. You know, you don't want them, take them to the shelter or something. Don't just leave them behind, because you don't know how soon the apartment people are going to come in and, you know, try, you know, to check out the apartment.
So you guys, do Joy and I a favor. If you know somebody and they're even thinking about dumping, put your foot down and make sure they do it the right way. Don't allow them to do stuff like this. I think we're all going to have to work together to help these animals, and that's one way of doing it is let's all work together. If you know somebody that is thinking about doing it, you tell them, no, 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 no.
Right. All right. We'll let you go back in so that,
Here's this one.
say, you go follow your friend.
Are you going to follow?
Say yes.
Okay, we
And
got
this one
questions.
is not all, he's probably standard Rex, because he's a much larger size than your mini Rex.
So I know I've missed some of them. Do you have comparison photos of a wild and a domestic brown rabbit? I do. If you go to the guide and you look at the wild bunnies, it has pictures of the wild bunnies up close. So you can see the difference between a wild bunny and a domestic bunny. So check that out. Lisa, she says, you guys are amazing at what you do. We adopted Luke and Leah a few years ago from you.
Yes.
Yes. Lisa, I hope everything's still going well with them. We love them, and we're so happy that they found their forever home with you. Thank you so much for sharing. This one says, what type of supplies do you have at your store?
Everything.
Any and everything you need to have a bunny. We sell crates. We sell floor pens. We sell how many different varieties of hay, Joy?
We've got 3 different brands of hay that are in here, and then different varieties, you know, between like Orchard and mostly Timothy, but we've also got second cut Timothy, third cut Timothy, a little bit of first cut Timothy. We've got first and second Orchard, so we've got some oat, and it's just, yeah, we try to keep a variety of
we
hay
have
in here.
probably any food that your bunny will need.
Yep.
We have treats. We have
Bowls,
awful
litter
amount
boxes.
of toys. Yes,
Yes.
litter boxes, bowls. We have homemade cage pads that go in our cages that our volunteers have made.
Yes.
We
That's not
have
I've been handling other bunnies, you know, so.
we have a little bit of everything. You have to actually come and check it out because we just have too much to list.
Yeah, lots of different varieties of food that are, you know, pelleted food that's good for, you know, for bunnies.
And we,
Safe treats.
yes, we are a one-stop shop.
Yeah, pretty much.
And everything we sell is good for the bunny. It's not like going to the pet store and you don't know what's safe and what's not safe, because we're not looking to make a ginormous profit like they are.
We get wholesale, and then we have a very small markup
We
so that we
share
can
the
feed our
love.
bunnies. But because we're an all volunteer group, we don't have that kind of overhead. So we try to make sure that our members get a very good price break on the items that they get as well.
We
Hi,
want to
sweet.
make sure that you're getting what's good for your bunny.
Right.
So that's why we do have it like we do also.
Yeah. This is French fry.
Oh, French fries so
Yes.
cute.
French fry is named French fry. Now, he was another bunny found loose, okay, one of our post-Easter bunnies. And he's a little dwarf mix, a little polish. And then the, you know, he got named French fry because we had another bunny came in almost identical to him that came in first. and everybody thought he looked like a tater tot. And then, when
That's-
this one came, it's like, he looks just like tater tot. Oh, we have to call him French fry. Oh, okay, whatever.
If you could see him,
Yeah.
he's just all overjoyed.
Yeah, come back. Hi.
We do have another one. I can't see the first name, but the last name is Hill. Excuse me. She said, my brown rabbit doesn't like to be held or snuggled. He does not like to be petted. So, Miss Hill, if you are in our area, message me. I have all kinds of tricks and tips, and so does Joy, on how to start forming a relationship with your bunny and to start.
And we can even set up an appointment. Again, everything's by appointment because of COVID. We have a room so that when people come in there, it's just those people in that room with our volunteer. Again, everybody's wearing masks so that, again, we try to keep everybody as safe as we can. We clean everything with a product that will actually kills COVID in like 60 seconds. Yeah. So we try to be very, very cautious with everything.
And that is what we're here for, though, is we want to help you with your bunny problems to keep your bunny in your home. Now, if you don't live by us, just message me on Facebook. I have FaceTimed so many people, and we solve their problems over FaceTime. And it works, and everyone's happy in the end. So please, Ms. Hill, let us know. If you're in our area, we'll make you an appointment. If not, message me, and we'll take care of you, and we'll help you with that problem.
Okay. This is another post-Easter, okay? So, now little Holland here, little girl. And yeah, just like, okay, no longer wanted. And, so, I don't know, just deep sigh, okay?
I know. It's just never ending for us. Like I said, we have so many stories that we could tell you. So many. It's a never ending job for us. And Bob, our wonderful
Chief Wrangler.
Yes. He is out there almost every day.
This morning.
Okay, this morning, catching bunnies that people are dumping. And, I wish you guys would put us out of business so we don't have to do this anymore. It's horrible. I just can't say people. Okay, another gal, Lisa, said, we're so glad we went through the class with Joy. And that makes us very happy. We love to hear your feedback on that. And I think it's great. We have another one that said the class was great. We have another one that says we have 2 mini lops we adopted from you. That's great. We just love hearing your guys' stories. And we love when you tell us how it's going with your bunnies.
Yes. This is Holly Sprigg. We've had her on the show before, actually. Because now I'm going to have her, see, sweetheart, say, just you get up and, I know, move around, okay? She does an absolutely marvelous job of getting around in spite of missing one front leg. Okay, yes, so you're not.
It's okay.
Okay. So she actually was found in the middle of a road, so we figure somebody probably threw her out of a moving car.
Which
because,
also happens
yes,
more than you think.
More than you think. We know for a fact because people have seen it happen and brought the bunnies into us. Mm-hmm. And literally her elbow was so badly fractured that there was no way to save the leg. I mean, it was just shattered into tiny little pieces. And so she was in such pain when she came in here and just
left in that pain.
Yes.
I just can't even imagine.
Well, to be tossed out in the middle of the road, something's going to run over them. Fortunately, I guess enough cars missed her and we were called. But the thing is, it's like she is such a sweet, sweet girl. So think about sometimes, getting a little, special needs bunny. She's not even really that much of a special needs, except that she, can't quite get one ear cleaned as well as she would need to. So she needs a little help with that. But she loves attention, and she's such a beautiful little girl. So,
she is very sweet, you guys. And really, even though, because Joy and I both have tripod bunnies, And yours really doesn't need, does yours need anything special?
Has
Just
to have the
besides
ears.
the ear?
That's it. The ear cleaned up. Otherwise, he races up and down the hallway, bangs on the bedroom door when it's like he thinks I shouldn't be sleeping in or something like
Yeah,
that.
I got
And
that issue.
lives in my office. I mean, he does everything except because he's missing a back leg. He isn't able to get up that back leg and
Same
clean
with
out
mine.
his ear.
I have to clean my ear out too.
Yeah.
The only thing, mine is really light and small, so it can't go in a litter box.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
gonna fall off the back.
Yeah,
He
sure.
slides, so mine goes on potty pads like a dog. It's amazing. But that's the only thing for him, and the ear.
Right.
But she's so sweet. We don't really do anything with her except we do check her ear.
Yeah.
To make sure, but other than that, she's
Right.
She's
She
great.
doesn't have any other special needs as far as that part is concerned.
Okay, we have
Just
a
that
question on the guide. Okay, the guide is, if you go to the top of our Facebook page under the picture, you'll see about something else, and then the guide is the third one. Click on the guide and it will bring up all the stuff that we've talked about. So it's at the top of our Facebook page, third down from about, I don't know what that second one is, and then it says guide, and you'll find exactly what you're looking for. My bunnies love second cut hay.
Second cut hay is a good cut for them. We've explained hay before, but first cutting is simply when the first time they cut the field. It's generally sometime in June, and it can be a little harsh, stemmy, got lots of seed heads in it. We call it crunchy, but some people say that's what their bunnies like. They like the crunchy stuff. And this is really good because it's really high fiber and really good for their back molars. Now, the second time they cut a field, usually sometime probably around August, they get a second cutting. It's usually a little greener, a little leafier, a little softer, so it probably has a little more flavor to it, but it does still have stems and seed heads. And the bunnies really need that rougher stuff for those back teeth. When they're eating their pellets, they're just doing this, but when they're eating the hay, it's the only thing that wears down those back teeth. They're grinding, okay? So that's wearing down those back teeth. And since all of their teeth grow their entire lifetime, it doesn't matter, front teeth, back teeth, all of those teeth are growing, so they have to all be worn down. With those front teeth, we can give them that, willow ball, wicker basket, cardboard box, one of the best things you can give them, And just again, matte finish, not a shiny finish. The shine comes from clay, which can black them up and kill them. So the matte finish, the dull finish, and ink is not a problem. So basically soy-based because of kids. So, you're not looking at any kind of toxicity there because it's got, a dye, on the box. But the only thing that's wearing down those back teeth is that hay, okay? And so the third cut hay is, we only recommend it if you can't have a bunny otherwise, basically. Because it is by the time they cut the field a third time, it doesn't have a chance to get tall enough to have the stems and seed heads. So think about your lawn, or a lawn, whatever, when it's kept cut short, it is just leaf. If it's let go for a little while, you've got stems and little wavy seed heads in there. Hay is nothing more than a grass crop that's like that tall, okay? And so by the time they get to a third cut, if they are third cutting, if they get to it, it doesn't have enough time to get tall enough to have the stems and seed heads. So it's basically like just leaf. And it's really, the seed heads are the pollens. So if you have really, really bad hay fever, really bad grass allergies, then you might look at a third cut.
Like Joy and I.
Yeah, So what did I have on my horses and bunnies? The two things that have to have 80% of their diet is hay. At least with the horses, I was outside and it didn't bother me. I didn't know I was allergic, badly allergic, until I came inside. Okay,
I do have a funny.
Yeah?
On top of me and my daughter with hay, my lab has allergies and got tested, and her number one allergy is Timothy hay.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Number
I've known dogs with grass allergies, yeah.
Is human dander.
Your dog is allergic to humans.
Yes. Number 3 is cat dander, which I All 3 of them at my house.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever heard of that?
No, but see how many people actually get their animal tested? How many people even bother getting themselves tested?
That's true.
So, but I wanted to touch base really quickly on that third cut. It is higher in calories. So you really need to make sure that your bunny is getting a lot of exercise if you are using a third cut, because they're going to really have to work off, because they need the hay, but they're going to have to do a little more exercise to wear off those calories. Yeah.
So my name is Bobbie, and this is Joy. So they asked our names so they can message
okay.
us. So just message us on our Facebook, and you can ask for Bobbie and Joy, and we will make sure that we take care of everybody. Not a problem. Well, let's see. Tell Joy thanks for the cage recommendation she gave me last Thursday for my bunny. He loves it.
Good.
Let's see. I'm fostering a female rabbit who poops and pees all over. Her spay date is in 10 days. Will she do better about her litter box afterwards?
It will take a little time, okay?
It takes like, what,
About
30,
days,
60?
right.
Depends.
Age of the bunny, really.
Yeah.
If you have a baby, a youngster, usually takes about 30 days to get all those hormones out, and then they're not really wanting to, mark territory like that. If the bunny's a little older, it can take a little longer, so about 60 days.
Yeah, and I always say to help them along, if you look at any pictures on our Facebook, we have our hay racks that we make over the litter box because, the saying, what goes in must come out.
Yep, fiber in, fiber out.
As they're eating, they can go to the bathroom. And one of my suggestions is take a little broom and dustpan, and any poop in their living area, sweep it up and put it in their litter box. And then as their hormones get out and their brain starts functioning, because they don't have so many hormones going on in there, they'll be like, oh, that's supposed to go in there? Okay.
Yeah.
And then they just start going in there. So that's just a little tip that I give everybody.
I have a funny story from an adopter that she just adopted from us a couple of weeks ago, and she was really looking for one that had really good litter box habits. And I said, I promise this girl she has wonderful litter box habits. And so she said, so I get up in the morning and I go in there and I'm talking to her and I'm going, oh, there's a poop outside the litter box. I'm going to have to tell Joy she lied. You don't have everything in your litter box. She goes, I wish I'd had my camera with me. She picked up the litter box or the poop and put it back in the litter box. I said, are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
She said, I'm not. She goes, I'd have $1 million video. And I'm going, okay, well, I told you she was really good with her litter box habits, So, but yeah, and obviously they're not all like that. No. But they do get, really good with their litter box habits.
I did have a pair though. One was, I bonded them together, which took me a long time. But her name was Samantha, and she was tidy. I mean, I think the cleanest rabbit I ever had. And CJ was not tidy at all. And when I finally bonded them together, she would chase and nip him if he would not go into the litter box. And he made a mess with a phone book, and she thumped until I came in and cleaned it up. Well, I just put it in the litter box. Oh gosh, no. She wasn't having it. I walked out of the room. She kept thumping until I took all of the trash out of the litter box and threw it in the garbage can.
Maid service.
Yeah.
Excuse me, maid service. Okay.
Yes. But she was very particular, and he knew it. He would watch her and think he'd get away with something, and she'd run over there and nip him in the butt, and he'd be like, okay, I won't do it.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a spotless little boy.
Yeah. They're funny. I mean, people don't realize the kind of personalities they can have. But you start watching them and it is absolutely phenomenal. These personalities that absolutely come out,
That story though is it's sad, but it's such a learning experience for me because she ended up getting head tilt. And she had head tilt so bad that you could barely put a piece of paper between her and the floor. And we had a rough few weeks, but CJ, her bondmate, would go in there, and I had her in a carrier with road towels on the side. He would go in there and put his head under hers and hold it up so she could eat.
Yeah, we've seen that. I mean,
It was,
they care about each other.
He groomed her. Oh my gosh. I wish I would have recorded that whole thing for you guys to witness. I've never seen anything like it. And oh my gosh, he just,
too.
yeah, he would push the bowl up to her, push her greens up, and then put his nose under her head so she could sit up and eat. Pat Daly and I used to sit there and just watch him for hours doing this.
I had a pair that little girl had some head tilt and balance issues, and her bondmate would stay right next to her and hold her, so that she could lean against him and get around.
I in the beginning made like a guide rail for her so she could lean up and know where she was at. But he was like, nope, that's not good enough. He would go up on the other side and he'd just hop until she got the whole feel of where she was at. Yeah. This is the cutest thing ever.
They are. Like I said, they have, they're amazing little creatures. They truly are. And like I said, if you're looking for something that's different, it's not a cat, it's not a dog. And of course, cats and dogs are wonderful. A lot of us have,
I got all of it.
More than one, pet. It's just a matter of that they capture your heart too.
Yeah.
And it's just something amazing.
I will post some pictures on there. I take my bunny camping with me with my dogs.
That's right. You do.
And we just went camping.
Yeah.
And he loves camping. You guys, he jumps on the couch in the motorhome. He has one couch. My lab has the other couch. And my chihuahua sits up front on a bed. And sometimes my bunny, baby Frankie, he decides he needs to be up front in a bed on the dashboard like the chihuahua. So I make it happen, even though my Winston's not happy. But I will post pictures of him in my camper. He loves it. I take him everywhere, anywhere I go, in the motorhome anyway. I take him with me. He just loves it.
Right.
He adapts to it.
Oh yeah, and there are ways, if you are traveling, we have handouts on stuff like that, traveling with your pet. We can always email them to you.
We have so many tips, except for my guy does not like to go in a carrier. So that's why he likes to lay on the couch. Yeah. But anyway, Joy and I have to go. We have so much going on out there that we have to tend to. If you have any more questions, please post them. We will answer them. Again, tell us where you're from. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys next Tuesday. 6 o'clock, don't forget.
Yep.
No, I gotta try to see what I'm doing here, guys. Sorry.
Red bar.
Couldn't find where it went. Okay.